Welcome to Conspiracy Bros, where we discuss and explain theories, conspiracies, and controversies. Today, we will discuss the conspiracies behind Haarp.
Haarp stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Haarp could have caused the disappearance of Flight 370, Hurricane Sandy, and other natural disasters.
And Flight 370 was the Malaysian plane that crashed and hasn't been found, correct?
Well, it hasn't been found. We don't know if it's crashed or gone missing or abducted by aliens.
So there's many conspiracies surrounding this Haarp thing, which is a kind of a satellite farm, I guess, with many antennas located in Alaska.
Yep.
Where specifically?
Doesn't say here, but let's move on. We'll come back to that later.
Gakana.
Okay. Haarp began in 1993, and it finished construction in 2007. That is a very long construction process. 14 years, I believe.
Time.
14 years. Mm-hmm. That is a long time for a satellite research program. And Haarp had about $250 million in tax-funded construction and operation costs since it was finished in 2007. It actually temporarily shut down in May of 2013. Is that suspicious at all? Why would you spend this much money and then suddenly shut it down?
I think they did that because they wanted to change contractors. They're waiting for contractors to switch out. I think its primary funders, the people it worked with, was the Naval Research and U.S. Air Force. U.S. Air Force is planning to close it down, and the Air Force Research Laboratory worked with it, and so did an Alaskan university, as well as many other various science organizations. And its research type is kind of hard to really figure out what they're specifically researching. It's technically unclassified, which is one reason why people are suspicious. But really, I think that it's a place with satellites, and there's satellites at the same time. There was these huge weather occurrences, but that doesn't necessarily mean it caused it. I don't know how they determined that it was the cause, except for the fact that it can modify the ionosphere. Right?
Ionosphere, yeah. Haarp produces a 3.6 megawatt signal, which is, I'm guessing it's a significant amount of signal into the ionosphere, and that's what people believe could change the weather patterns and switch the poles around and manipulate the atmosphere to abduct large objects such as Flight 370.
So I feel that I don't see how exactly it would specifically cause all these weather things on purpose.
Yeah, I do not believe that this is a liable conspiracy that is currently active, I guess, an active conspiracy. I don't think it's a conspiracy at all. I believe just the government does not want everyone to know that they're shooting a bunch of signals into the atmosphere because some people might get suspicious. But this is like last episode we talked about what was the president becoming?
George Bush, because they thought he could have been a reptilian alien.
Yeah, if it's the public is scared of what they don't know, pretty much.
And when they don't get the specific answers, they either come up with their own answers or they become suspicious because there was no specific answer, and it somehow proves suspicions.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good example of how us not knowing exactly what, an ionospheric research instrument does, and all these radio and various technical, magnetic wavelengths and things like that, how I certainly do not know much about this, and very few of the general public does. But yet again, there's a significant amount of people, without explaining these technicalities in here, still say it's somehow changing the weather and out to get us.
Yeah. Let's just talk about the array a little bit. It consists of 118 antennas, and the array is set up in a 12 by 15 formation. And the ionosphere which it measures was traditionally extremely difficult to measure before Haarp was created.
So it's all of its antennas and advancing technologies that made it able to measure the ionosphere.
We do not believe that this is a conspiracy, and therefore we consider this to be a theory rather than a conspiracy.
It's just a very slight possibility that we couldn't have resources to find the specific information that actually would say their intentions. I don't know if anyone really can prove the intentions of Haarp, specifically as it's publicly known as a research type unclassified. But still, just because we don't know what it is doesn't mean it's suspicious or threatening in any way. Thank you for listening and watching Conspiracy Bros, where we discuss theories, conspiracies, and controversies. Be sure to tune in next time and leave in the comments what our next conspiracy to debunk should be.
Don't forget to make sure and leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe for more conspiracy videos. Please keep in mind that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and please do not take everything 100% literally. Thank you for watching Conspiracy Bros.